What's up everybody, 49's Fine, back at you again today with another precious metals video, and today I wanted to talk about why silver stacking can be complicated, but also why it doesn't have to be. Let's talk about it. A huge thank you to our community members. Thank you guys very much for being part of the finest. Let me preface this video by stating this is not financial advice. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions based upon that research, and please like and subscribe. We're pushing hard for 2,000 subs. All right, let's get into it. So in silver stacking, there are all different kinds of things you could get, and it could be absolutely overwhelming. And the reason it can be super overwhelming is because there's all different types of pieces that you could get. You could get your standard buffalo round, you could get your sovereign rounds, you can get a Royal Canadian maple leaf, you can get a American silver eagle, you can get generic pieces like this little Santa Claus round. You could get 1 ounce semi-numismatic coins, 5 ounce semi-numismatic coins, 10 ounce bars. It really just goes all over the place, and it can be hard to understand and try to figure out where to start. Now, some stackers don't care as much. They just kind of buy what they like, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you are enjoying it and it makes you happy, then go for it. But a lot of us like to be somewhat organized in our stack, and whenever you start stacking, it can be hard to tell what direction to go in. And I think there's some important questions to ask about what your specific goals are with your stack. Are you going for high divisibility? If so, I would go with a generic buffalo round. It's extremely recognizable. The premiums are about as low as they're gonna get for 1 ounce pieces, and you can sell them at pretty much any coin shop that you walk into. With buffalo rounds, you have the least probability of missing out on the premium that you paid. Now, if you go with something like an American Silver Eagle, some shops may honor the premium and give half of the premium back or a quarter of the premium back, but a lot of shops will just give you spot as well. It kind of also depends on where the price action is at the time. It just gets complicated. So if you're wanting to keep it simple and you're wanting to not have to worry about losing money on premiums in the future and you want high divisibility, I would go with buffalo rounds, 1 ounce generic buffalo rounds. There's also some other low premium pieces like these random generic design rounds, like that Bitcoin one. Here's a Dogecoin one. Here's a little Santa Claus one. You can go with random designs like that, and yes, a lot of the time you won't pay very much premium at all. Sometimes you can even find them a little bit cheaper than silver buffaloes, but not usually. But ultimately, whenever you go to sell these, you may not have an issue with selling these. The only problem I have with random design rounds is the fact that they are random. They're not going to be recognizable. They're not nearly as recognizable as a silver buffalo. So if you're wanting to go with low premium, easy, simple, there's a small spread between the spot price and the premium price, I would 100% go with silver buffaloes, especially if you're wanting to remain divisible, if you're wanting to be able to sell small amounts or odd amounts. Silver buffaloes are definitely the way to go. Now, if you're wanting to pick up bigger pieces, there are plenty of 5 ounce bars and 10 ounce bars that you can find. I personally have stuck with generic 10 ounce bars. The premiums on them are very low. I paid $1.86 over spot for this 10 ounce hexagon dragon bar, and it's absolutely beautiful. I love the way it looks. I was very satisfied picking this one up, and I'm very happy to have it as part of my stack. And the premium was very low. Now, with that being said, it's not going to be as recognizable. So what I would recommend, if you're going to go with generic 10 ounce bars and you're looking for a low premium, I would pick up bars that are made by well-known private mints. Silver Gold Bull has a 10 ounce bar. Bullion Exchanges has a 10 ounce bar. A lot of the online dealers have 10 ounce bars that are highly recognizable, that are generic, that also carry a low premium. Now, if you're going to be stacking things like semi-numismatics, especially like Perth Mint pieces like this 5-ounce Perth Mint 2024 Lunar Dragon, you're gonna have a little bit more work to do whenever it comes time to sell if you ever do decide to sell those pieces. You're gonna have to find the right buyer. You're gonna have to find somebody who appreciates that piece just as much as you do and is willing to pay a little bit of a higher premium. Otherwise, you're gonna lose out, most likely at least. Long story short, the fancier your stack gets, the more complicated it gets. I do have 20 Canadian maples. I love these. I'm only going to stack 20 of these. This is my favorite sovereign coin right now anyways. It seems like my favorites change all the time. I'm always finding stuff new that I love. But for right now, the maple is my favorite sovereign coin because of its security features. It also has mint shield technology, so it won't milk spot. It'll stay beautiful. And I actually put these in capsules because when I do decide to sell these, I know it's going to be way, way, way down the line. And I went ahead and spent an extra $15 for 20 capsules and a tube that you can see back there to protect these in the event that I sell these 20 years down the line, because I'm fairly confident that these won't ever milk spot and they're definitely not going to get any scratches being protected in capsules. So I may see a bit of a premium back, but in any case, I just really, really love maples. I love the design and I want to keep them protected as much as possible. So that's why they're in capsules. But that's just a little bit of the complication you run into whenever you're picking up pieces that have a little bit higher premium. Like the maple has a higher premium than the buffalo, and the ASE has an even higher premium than the maple. So the less premium, the less complicated it's going to be, but you also want to keep in mind that you want to pick up stuff that's recognizable in the event that you have a picky dealer or a picky buyer that wants something that they know is legit and can be well recognized and is highly liquid. So you're going to want to stick with silver buffaloes and highly recognizable 10-ounce bars made by well-known mints. You can find the Royal Canadian Mint 10-ounce bar. That's probably that might be my favorite 10-ounce bar, but I don't have one yet. If you do a lot of research and a lot of searching, you can find them for a lower premium, but typically you're going to be paying a decent amount over spot for those. They're absolutely gorgeous bars. You can sell them anywhere in the world. I'm confident of that, but you also run the risk of not getting your premium back, and also that upfront cost is a bit higher. So there's tons of options, but ultimately at the end of the day, if you're wanting to get into silver stacking, you want to focus stuff that is number one, recognizable, and number two, has a low premium, because whenever you go to sell, you don't have to worry about losing out that much on the premium if you only paid 80 cents or $1 over spot to begin with. So that's just a few of my thoughts today, guys. Tell me what you think. How do you keep your stack from being a complicated mess? Or do you like the chaos? Do you like it to be all over the place? There's nothing wrong with that. Ultimately, buy what you like, guys. I hope everyone is doing well out there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I love talking to you guys. Peace.